I thought I had it all. A loving wife, a beautiful home, and a life that most people would dream of. We were college sweethearts. Sarah and I, 10 years of marriage, 15 years together. Our 10th anniversary was just around the corner, and I was excited. Sarah had been planning a special dinner for us. She was so meticulous about every detail, from the restaurant choice to the wine pairing. She said she wanted it to be perfect, a night we'd remember forever. Little did I know, she was planning something else entirely, something that would shatter my world. The weeks leading up to our anniversary were strange, looking back. Sarah was on her phone a lot more than usual, always smiling at the screen. When I'd ask who she was texting, she'd just say it was her sister or a friend from work, planning the anniversary surprise. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? She was the love of my life. There were late nights she claimed were for work, last-minute trips to see her mom, who lived a couple of hours away. I was so focused on my own work and excited about our celebration that I dismissed the little red flags. I even felt a bit guilty for not helping more with the planning. I told myself she was just stressed and wanted everything to be perfect for us. The day of our anniversary arrived. I got home from work early, a bouquet of her favorite lilies in my hand. I walked into the house, and it was eerily quiet. Usually I'd hear music playing or the sounds of her cooking. A note was sitting on the kitchen counter. My heart started to pound. I thought maybe she'd gone out to get her hair done or something. But the note wasn't about that. My hands trembled as I read her familiar handwriting. "Mark, I'm so sorry. I can't do this anymore. I've gone. Please don't try to find me." That was it. No explanation, no goodbye in person. Just a cold, short note. I stood there for what felt like hours, rereading the same few lines. It didn't make sense. She had just booked our anniversary dinner at our favorite Italian place. She'd bought a new dress. We were supposed to be celebrating a decade of love. I called her phone, but it went straight to voicemail. I called her sister, her mom, her best friends. They all acted surprised, saying they had no idea where she was. Panic set in. I thought maybe she'd been kidnapped or something terrible had happened. I was about to call the police when I noticed her closet was half empty. Her passport was gone from the drawer where we kept our important documents. She hadn't been taken. She had left. The next few days were a blur of confusion and heartbreak. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I just kept replaying our last few weeks together in my head, searching for clues I'd missed. Then a mutual friend, Jessica, called me. She sounded hesitant, like she was struggling with what to say. She told me she couldn't keep it a secret any longer. She'd seen Sarah a few weeks ago, having lunch with a man. They were holding hands, looking very much like a couple. The man's name was Alex. He was an old friend of Sarah's from her hometown, someone she'd reconnected with on social media a few months back. Suddenly, everything clicked into place. The constant texting, the secret smiles, the late nights, the trips to see her mom. It was all a lie. She wasn't planning our anniversary dinner. She was planning her escape with him. Realization hit me like a physical blow. The woman I had spent 15 years of my life with, the woman I trusted completely, had been living a double life. The anniversary dinner, the dress, the reservations, it was all a distraction, a smokescreen to keep me from suspecting anything while she packed her bags and planned her new life with another man. I felt a new kind of pain, a mix of grief and rage. How could she be so cruel? To let me believe we were celebrating our love while she was planning to run away? I went into our shared home office and opened her old laptop. I know it was an invasion of privacy, but I needed answers. I found emails between her and Alex. They had been planning this for months. They had booked flights to start a new life in another country. The flight was scheduled for the day after our anniversary. She had literally planned to celebrate a decade with me one night and then leave me forever the next morning. The emails were full of their plans, their dreams for the future. They talked about me. Alex asked if she felt guilty. Sarah's reply was what broke me completely. She wrote, "He'll be fine. He's strong. Besides, he's so clueless he won't even see it coming." This anniversary dinner is the perfect cover. Clueless. That's what she called me. The love and respect I thought we had was a complete illusion. I wasn't her partner. I was an obstacle, a fool who was easy to deceive. In that moment, something inside me shifted. The overwhelming sadness started to turn into a cold, hard resolve. I wouldn't let her destroy me. I wouldn't be the clueless, heartbroken husband she left behind. I canceled the dinner reservation. I packed up all of her remaining things into boxes and put them in the garage. I changed the locks on the doors. It was a small act of taking back control, but it felt monumental. The next day, the day she was supposed to fly away with her new love, I filed for divorce. I didn't text her. I didn't call her. I let the legal papers do the talking. I focused on myself. I started going to the gym again, something I'd let slide. I reconnected with old friends I had drifted away from because I was always so focused on my marriage. I started therapy to process the betrayal and grief. It was incredibly difficult. There were days I'd just sit in the empty house and cry. But with each passing day, I felt a little bit stronger. A few weeks later, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. What? It was Sarah. She sounded frantic. Apparently, her new life wasn't the paradise she had imagined. Alex, it turned out, wasn't the man she thought he was. She started crying, saying she'd made a terrible mistake and wanted to come home. She said she missed me. She missed our life. She even had the nerve to ask if we could still make that anniversary dinner happen to try and fix things. I listened to her calmly, without interrupting. When she was finished, I took a deep breath. "Sarah," I said, my voice steady, "there is no home for you to come back to. The man you left doesn't exist anymore. You made your choice the moment you started planning your escape while pretending to plan our future. You didn't just leave me. You showed me exactly who you are. The divorce papers are on their way. Goodbye." And then I hung up. I blocked her number. For the first time since I read that note on the kitchen counter, I felt a sense of peace. It's been over a year now. The divorce is final. I sold the house and moved into a new apartment, a place that holds no memories of her. The journey has been tough, and the scars from that betrayal will probably always be there. But I'm not broken. I learned that my worth isn't defined by someone else's inability to love me. I learned how resilient I am. And most importantly, I learned that sometimes the most painful endings are the start of a much better beginning. I'm dating again, taking it slow, but I'm hopeful. The future is my own too, right? And this time, I'm the only one holding the pen. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone, and you have the strength to get through it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.